So I've mentioned before how when I was a kid, Tintin was a big influence in my life. I grew up reading Tintin. Hergé was a hero to me. And when I was old enough, or when I was started traveling, I actually went to Brussels, especially to see where Hergé worked and to see where Tintin came from. It really, these books really did have a big effect on me. And I've got all of them. I've got all of his work plus a few more. He didn't only do Tintin, he did a few other things, and I've got everything he ever did. But what I want to show today is just a few of my favorites. This is one that I've been looking at over the past couple of days, and this is a very, very old edition. It's over 50 years old now. I'm 57, so this was something I would have got as a child. Let me just squeeze this in here. This was printed in 1974. So I probably got this when I was about 8 or something. This is one of his oldest ones. And it's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. As I've just been paging through it over the last couple of days, couple of nights, and it really is quite an amazing little story. The other one that is one of my favorites of all time is Tintin in Tibet, which is one of his later ones. Again, this is a very, look at that price there. That was in Zimbabwe dollars, which would be at the time probably $3 US. It was about the same back then. And again, this is quite an old one. Reprinted Casterman 1978. So I would have been 10 when this was printed. So I probably got this when I was 11 or 12. So I've had it for 45 years at least. So these are a few of my oldest ones. I've got some really old ones as well. Here, this I got when I was 12. I still remember that birthday. I remember exactly when I got it, etc., etc. But what I wanted to show was for the movie that I'm making, A Painter on Safari, I actually hit across or came across an idea that stimulated this change. I want to tie it up differently. Now, in this, how it was going to end is the painter was going to be the hero, and the lion is the anti-hero, and basically the painter saves everybody from the lion. There's a bit of action right at the end, but I want to turn that around. I want to actually I came across this concept called Save the Cat, which is how to make your characters more appealing by, if they do something like save a cat. It's in Mr. Incredible. It's in quite a few movies. So if in Mr. Incredible, he actually literally does save a cat. But what you can do is have your character just show some empathy by doing something like metaphorically saving a cat. So in this case, in this book here, the thread in the story towards from the middle on is this thing called the Yeti, which would be Bigfoot. And it turns out that Bigfoot here actually saves. This is all about Tintin going to Tibet to save his friend Chang, and who was in an air crash, and everybody died except for Chang, and Chang was saved by this Yeti who went and looked after him. So he's a bit of a anti-hero, but he's also, turns out he is the hero. And this is kind of what I want to do with my lion in my movie. I want to, there will be a scene towards the end. There's the Yeti there. And he actually saved this Chang in this movie here. I mean, in this book. So I'm transposing things, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. There he is there. what I'm going to be doing in the movie is the lion is going to be the antagonist, not the protagonist, but he's going to be the anti-hero, if you want to call it. But at the end, I'm going to put a new little twist in where the lion actually, I don't want to say too much, but because I want to leave a little suspense in this movie. But at the end here, the lion does, let's just say, save the day. And there's this very last frame here. I just wanted to show you here. Very last frame when everybody leaves and they found Chang and they're leaving Tibet. The Yeti is looking at them, and that stuck with me as a child. I always felt he's sad to see them go, and that's how I'm going to tie up this movie. Just letting you know. So this stuff really influenced me as a kid, and just browsing through it now and looking back at some of these stories now, I still get influenced. And there's a few other scenes here that are influencing a bit of my work currently. But anyway, so that's how Tintin still affects me. He did affect the path of the life that I took. I got into illustration and, I did comics, and now I'm doing animation because of Hergé and Tintin. And currently he's also influencing my film to a certain extent, which is quite amazing. Over 50 years later since I started reading it. Great, guys. Thanks very much for dropping in to my animation channel. Something different today. Keep animating out there, and I hope I'll see you around here soon again. All the best. Bye.